One of the strongest women in the world going for a world record in the squats was a victim of racism literally while competing at the Powerlifting World Championships. Sorry for you morons, I'm racist and I did it on purpose because I hate you pieces of shit.
A black melanated woman was sabotaged today while trying to set a world record in powerlifting by a lighter pigmented whiter man. All right, before we get into this video, I would like to go over this article from the Brussels Times. All right, it says, I am racist and I did it on purpose. Belgian powerlifter sabotaged during world championship. All right, Belgian powerlifter Sonita Mula, apologize if I get that pronunciation wrong, has fallen victim to sabotage by a Lithuanian staff member during the World Championship powerlifting in June. While Mulu initially defended the staff member, thinking he had made a simple mistake, it was later discovered he acted purposely with a racist motive. The man, who was a spotter for Mulu during her attempt to squat 334 kilograms, placed his knee under the weights, causing an incomplete motion in a failed attempt. Spotters are only allowed to touch the weights if the athlete can no longer support them. Mulu's coach pleaded to get her one more attempt to squat the weights, but the judges were unrelenting and Mulu saw her hopes at a second world title disappear. Footage of the apparent mistake was published and spread in the powerlifting community until people noticed a remarkable comment. I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name. Ernestas Kusanas responded to a video from an American influencer by saying, I'm racist and I did it on purpose because I hate you pieces of shh. It was quickly figured out that Kusanas was the spotter that has caused the failed attempt. His admission to the sabotage saw him receive a lifetime ban from any competitions in Lithuanian associations. Mulu took to social media to air her frustrations and anger. I have dealt with racism in numerous ways, but never in this manner. She posted with a video showing the spotter sabotaging her attempt and his comment admitting guilt. I have defended this guy, hoping he wouldn't get any hate because I thought it was an honest mistake, even though I myself was dealing with the frustration and hurt from bombing out of the world championships. All right, so it is clear that she was sabotaged, and we'll just get into this video right here. He tried to sabotage her lift, then posted this. Greg Doucette.
To the spotter. Many of you are thinking it's clearly accidental. Spotters are taught how to spot. He literally then bragged about it. Sorry for you morons, I'm racist and I did it on purpose because I hate you pieces of shit. Coach Greg, in today's video, racism in effect. One of the strongest women in the world going for a world record in the squats was a victim of racism literally while competing at the Powerlifting World Championships. A spotter deliberately prevented her from squatting low enough in order to have her lift count. Now, he literally then bragged about it. Let's check out Nathaniel Messiah's rendition.
This disgusting racist spotted me at IPF World Championships. Now, how do I know he's a racist? Because he said so himself.
Sorry for you morons, I'm racist and I did it on purpose because I hate you pieces of shit. You know, when I first saw that, I don't know if I'm naive or I want to believe the best in people, I thought he's probably rage baiting. Like, he doesn't mean it. Perhaps they were mad at him saying, how could you do this? How could you deliberately cause her to fail that lift? And so he would have written that comment sarcastically to say, oh, you morons. Oh, I'm racist. That's why I did it. As if it's sarcastic to rage bait to get people going. Come to find out he was actually serious. And so I'm thinking, people actually have the nerve to write these comments with their name attached and think that nothing is going to come of it?
saying point blank that he is racist and he hates us POSs. And here he is using a numerical.
Because you and Sonyaita are victims of Demesis. I don't know what that is. I won 3 world championships and no one got stuck except for one monkey relative 88 bicep. Monkey relative? Really? We're going to go that far? And 88, that's a symbol for the HH. I don't even want to say the words because the video will probably be demonetized. Use your imagination. Who in history, who perhaps destroyed the lives of millions of people, would say HH? Who represents that? In hate speech, an extremist symbolism 88 is a numeric code used by a neo and white to mean hail. The letter H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, so 88 stands for H8.
Okay, so when are we gonna start putting, I guess, certain people in certain positions, like melanated people in certain positions? What I mean by that is, uh, maybe this type of stuff doesn't happen if there's melanated people around her, right? Don't want to make it that way, but over the time we have seen numerous things happen when, I mean, why not just have some melanated people, bro? I mean, it shouldn't be like this, right? Maybe I'm even wrong for saying this, but you gotta try and do something.
Not Helly Hansen, if you know what I'm saying.
And just for good measure, here's him posting a swastika.
Bro has different symbolism, and so it wasn't an accident. He wasn't being ironic. It wasn't a joke. He literally means this.
At this past IPF Open World Championships, 2024 world champion Sunita was going for a world record squat.
And so Sunita's going for a squat 334 kilograms. That's well over 700 pounds. She's drug tested, natural, and going for the heaviest squat in the world. This is truly remarkable. But she doesn't end up getting the list. And it isn't even her fault.
The heaviest a raw drug tested woman has ever squatted. And as she attempted it, this man...
Pay attention to the spotter. Now, many of you are thinking, it's clearly accidental. Spotters are taught how to spot. There's no way you're going to get in like this. This is not an accident, if you will. At first, I was thinking, man, it's possible it's an accident. We now know that it isn't. As the bar starts to get lower, it literally lands on his thigh. Being a former powerlifter, I've competed in 70 powerlifting competitions. You have to break parallel in order to get the lift to count. And so if the bar can only go down said distance and stops, you cannot break parallel and the lift cannot count. Not only that, what could happen is you hit on one side, you go lower on the other, and you twist your back with the heaviest squat a woman's ever done, and you get injured. It is very, very dangerous.
Intentionally.
Yes, it's very, very dangerous to do that too. So he's not only trying to stop her from set a world record, he's also putting her body in danger. And I'll say that for the end.
Put his leg in the way, causing the weight to hit his thigh, making her unable to hit depth, causing the lift to be disqualified.
No, I'm gonna say it now, man. And I keep seeing melanated people when stuff like this happens, they always want to give the benefit of the doubt. And trust me, there are good lighter pigmented people in the world that will make mistakes, bro. But you have to start just saying, hey man, they probably did this because of this, bro. You know? I mean, I hate to be like that, but it seems like in these prominent positions or possibilities or opportunities, man, they will sabotage you and take you out of history.
And so she walks away looking over at the spot side because she would have felt that in her squats. And frankly, I'm wondering, why can't the judges look over and see that this happened and say, hey, you get another lift, take a rest, 5 minutes, and you can come back. This is not your own fault. And so I thought they had this in order where you could, again, come out and take the lift over again. I've seen people, for example, by accident, load up an incorrect weight. So, for example, they put an extra 100 pounds on the bar when they shouldn't have, and the person tries to go and do the bench press, and you can imagine.
It's one thing somebody this deplorable and bigoted being allowed on the platform at IPF World Championships.
The thing with allowing him on the platform in the first place is I don't think they have like a social background check, Instagram. And so, for example, If somebody wants to volunteer their time to help out at a meet, an organization where they're not paying them, I don't think they're going to go through every single post they've ever made on social media and say, okay, you see this post you made 3 months ago? What exactly was going on here? What was your intentions? They don't.
Or maybe you could just get paid professionals that are paid to do that, right? If it's not a job, that could be a spot in the market for a job opportunity for people. All right, but shout out to Sonita. It's sad what you went through. It's sad that you weren't able to set a world record of 700 plus pounds of squatting. And hold your head up. And another thing is, shame on those judges, right? Shame on those judges, okay, for not giving that woman another shot. All right, to do that. I don't even believe she probably could even do it because you gotta exert your max effort of force to even try to hit a world record. So maybe she hitting, but not to even get another shot. Deplorable. Shout out to Sonita. Shout out to the powerlifters. Shout out to Belgium. Shout out to Lithuania. Shout out to the USA. Shout out to Haiti. Shout out to Colombia. But shout out to melanated world the most. We out.